Sveiki visiem! Mēs varētu sākt investīciju sesiju. Paņemiet lūdzu dzērienus un ieņemiet vietas. Mēs varētu sākt. So today we will have 6 projects. Each of them on the stage will have 3 minutes, and 5 minutes we'll have for investors to questions. If nobody has the questions, then after the investment session, there are the tables where you can sit and talk with the investors, drink coffee, water, everything what you want, and just enjoy the company together with investors. Please ask the questions, investor, how was your pitch and how it was going, because this is the best feedback what you can get in beginning. So let's start the investment session, and the first project will be from Lastbit. Welcome.
Hey everyone. Am I audible in the back?
No.
Okay. Hey everyone, I'm Ashwin from Lastbit. And at Lastbit, we're on a mission to enable the mass market adoption of cryptocurrencies. Today, crypto is far from being easy to use. So, we want to change that. We want to do for Bitcoin what PayPal did for money on the internet in the 1990s. That is, enable the ease of use of a new digital currency. This is the Lastbit wallet. It is one of the first Lightning wallets engineered on the Play Store and the iOS App Store. This means that you can walk into a store, pick up a cup of coffee, and pay for it instantly with Bitcoin. And right now, you can't because Bitcoin is inherently slow, and that's the problem that we've solved, and it's live on the App Store and Play Store. This one is the Lastbit hardware. It is a first prototype, And it basically is a device that is engineered with cutting-edge microcontroller security that is specifically designed to keep cryptocurrency safe, which means you can't be hacked with this device. The first one is our first prototype, and we have a couple of ideas in mind for future design. We make money by selling hardware and charging a small transaction fee on crypto to cash conversions. Today, the Lightning Network is the only way to truly make Bitcoin usable. There are over 32 million active Bitcoin addresses, but less than 5,000 Lightning Network nodes. The Lightning Network is only growing, and soon everybody that owns Bitcoin will eventually come to use the Lightning Network to make instant payments. At this point in time, the Lightning Network is still in its infant stages, and there are literally only a handful of wallets that allow you to use the Lightning Network. And these wallets, they're very similar to the early Bitcoin wallets itself, which means that they allow you to use this technology. Lastbit, on the other hand, we utilize the Lightning Network as a tool to implement and facilitate true instant crypto payments. My co-founder Prashant and I have been great friends for over 7 years, and together we have an extremely strong technical skill set. Our advisors, Christo and Kylie, are bringing over a decade of experience in the fields of leadership, engineering, and security from their early days at Skype and Deekit. Within just a few months of working on our first prototypes, we've raised $155,000 US, and we've recently just been accepted into the Berkeley Skydeck Accelerator by the University of California in Berkeley. We'll be moving to the Silicon Valley next week for a period of 8 months to attend this program. We've also acquired the Estonia visa and the Latvian startup residence permit to come here 8,000 miles away from home and family and do business in Europe. So you could say that we are here for the very last bit. Within just a few months, within just a few hours of having a post on Reddit, r/Bitcoin, we were able to gain 700 signups for our private beta, thus establishing an undeniable need for this infrastructure that we are building here. At this point in time, we're raising a seed round of $1 million to basically help us secure the licenses we need and establish ourselves as an e-money institution to help us go to market and do business. Thank you. I'm Ashwin from Lastbit, and thank you for your time.
Questions?
Sure. So basically what we want to do is enable the mass market adoption of crypto. So that means you want to be able to spend crypto anywhere. So right now you can't walk into a store and just pay with Bitcoin at the credit card machine. So that's the dream that we want to see in reality. So what we're doing right now, the first step is to enable Lightning payments, which is instant Bitcoin payments. So that's done, and basically what else needs to be done is convert this crypto to cash on the go, and then also enable the guy who sent the crypto to Lastbit to pay at the credit card machine, which means that we'd have to emulate a debit card, and those are the 3 steps, and basically this will enable people to walk into stores with Bitcoin and pay at the POS terminal.
You are working only with Bitcoins.
At this stage, yeah, because Bitcoin, we have the Lightning Network, which enables us to make instant payments, but we're coin agnostic. We can use any coin that enables instant payments.
Do you have investors from Latvia who are interested in your project?
Yes, we've raised a pre-seed round, and Build It Accelerator has invested in us from Latvia. Yeah.
Are you going to apply to their seed? To build a seed?
Yeah, so the thing is, we have a little complicated company structure. So they will follow on in our Latvian company, but they are not allowed to follow on invest in other companies. But they are willing to. For the seed round.
And from a bookkeeping point of view, you convert the bitcoins to euros immediately when the transaction happens, or you kind of are helping also on like this bookkeeping side of that for the merchants?
Yeah, so for the merchants, it is a Bitcoin transaction to Lastbit, and we can show them the current value at what they exchanged at, and we have a detailed PDF invoice for the merchants to see. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. The next presentation will be from iTurer. Here you go, 3 minutes on the stage is yours.
Hey, good evening everyone, my name is Evgeny Pelinsky, I'm CEO of iTurer. project. Now most of us, it seems usual for most of us that we are online everywhere and anytime. But when we come abroad, for example, out of Russia or out of EU, there are a lot of difficulties to be online. Difficulties relate to different unclear and expensive tariffs or problems with public Wi-Fi, etc. And we need to go and search and buy other countries' SIM cards, etc. And so these problems might be solved by renting of such portable hotspot which provides unlimited gigabytes access for abroad travelers. So except for unlimited gigabytes, we may connect up to 10 gadgets, and to use one gadget by the whole family or whole team which travels together. And we launched this project last year because we could see that the market of portable Wi-Fi grows about 25% per year, and about 1/4 of this growth relates to Europe. Our best known market is Europe. A lot of Russians come to Europe for business purposes or for rest purposes, and a lot of Europeans come to Russia. More than half of travelers to Russia are from EU. And we are eager to join this growth. There are several types of competitors for such product. The first is usual SIM cards, but I've already told about difficulties with them. And there are relatively large projects like Skyroam, which was already invested by about $40 million, but the main customers of such project are employees of large global corporates who travel all the time, almost the whole year, and our key clients are those who travel several times per year for a couple of weeks or less. We've tested different channels, both online and offline, and identified the best one and started to grow. So in the last quarter of previous year when we started, there was about 60 sales, and now there are about 200 sales per quarter, and we keep growing. So we also identified a high rate of repeats, even when we are selling less than 1 year. And also average bill is growing during our first year, and therefore revenues grow rather speedy. So we understand that we need to increase our market, both sales to Russia and from Russia to abroad, and then abroad to abroad. And also we need to sell additional services, such as, for example, combine a portable device with a power bank. We are already testing some of them, but they need some investments to improve them, as well as software which allows to analyze our customers and sell them additional services, because the Russian touristic market is very rough now, but it's expected to grow highly in nearest years, and therefore we want to sell additional services to tourists who travel to Russia. So our team is deeply experienced in telcos. We worked a long time in Russian largest operator Rostelecom. Me and my partner Pavel Smatrov, and also there's our marketing team, which is much nicer than we are, and they also have a lot of experience in product making and back office organization. So details of our expected investment are here. So we need about 250 euros to develop our sales channels. For example, the offline channels in Europe to sell the service to travelers to Russia, and to develop our software, as I've already told. That's it. If you have any questions, please, you are welcome.
Thank you. Please, questions?
So your router is off-the-shelf hardware, right? You're not producing, you're just buying the
Yes,
router and buying the SIM card, putting it together, and then kind of.
Our current project is the same, except for in Russia we have our own MVNO network, and therefore we have relatively cheap traffic in Russia. But we now are developing the software which strongly changes the possibilities of this hardware to register customers and to identify and keep big data information about the preferences of different types of travelers to sell them different products at certain markets.
Is it difficult to copy this gadget?
It's absolutely not difficult to copy the gadget because it may be bought at such gadget may be bought at market, but the business model requires some special negotiation with operators, which we believe we can organize better than other players. But I don't think there's technological difficulties here, except for software. But the marketing positioning is much more important for this.
But you have some special price for Wi-Fi in some...
In Russia we already do, and we are working now for European market as well.
So for me, as a client, how much does it cost and how can I obtain the device?
You may visit our site. I don't. Both of them are there, and just order. And then, if you travel to Russia, you may take it at the airport in Yotl. And if you travel out of Russia, you may take it also.
So, but if I order it to Latvia now, do you ship it to me or?
You want to order to Latvia to travel to where?
I mean, let's say I want to buy to Latvia and I need to travel to the United States.
We now do not offer travels from abroad to abroad, respectively to Russia. So we do not have such product so far, but we plan to do it. And when we will have points of sale here, we may offer such service too. Because just recently in May we started sales for USA. There are 2 sales, I think. But soon we expect that we'll be able to do what you want.
And what's the price?
Now it's about 5 to 7 euros per day. So because it's comparable to mobile operators tariff, for example, if I take my domestic operator tariff, I pay 5 euros per day here, but not only I need to pay them, but also my daughter, who is with me now, also needs to pay. And when we use iTurer, we pay only once for this.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
CZAP. Three minutes is yours. I am the timer there.
Right. Hello everyone, my name is Alex, I'm co-founder and CTO at CZAP. Let's start. So today I can buy a fridge that's connected to the internet. My smart home alarm system, my TV, even my shirt can be connected. Yet the most expensive asset we all own and use every day, most of the cars are still offline. So CZAP is a two-sided business, and on one side we have vehicle owners, car owners, motorcycle owners. They have a lot of stress. When they leave the car, they do not know what's happening to it, right? If they share it to someone, they don't know if it's being driven responsibly. So once you leave your car, it's basically blacked out, you don't know what's happening to it. And on the other hand, we have different services that may want to provide new kind of operations to their customers, but because they don't have access to the online data, they're kind of lost in this field, right? They don't have any data that they can operate on. So the problem is that there is no online access to the data, and both vehicle owners and the businesses are kind of like struggling with this situation. So CZAP solves it by connecting the car to the internet. So basically, it includes a small device that anyone can plug into their car, and the car becomes connected, available in your smartphone remotely, and that also allows car owners to share their data with the businesses, which allows to bring new kind of services and new bridges to the market. So we focus mainly on the mass market or personal vehicle owners, but we also have like small commercial fleet owners, and all of those users, they have worries about their assets that can be solved by connecting their cars and reducing the stress. I'll skip you a few slides because it's a longer presentation. A few figures here. The interesting number here is 16%. That's how many cars are projected to be connected by the year 2020. And we think that's really small amount on a very big market. And it's a very good opportunity to conquer this market together with us. So the business model is pretty simple. We sell the subscription to the service for the car owners. But we believe that in the future, businesses will pay us much more to connect to their clients and build these new communication channels. So probably in the future, CZAP will be free for the users, and we will get revenue for the businesses. There is quite a big competition of the market, and we know it very well because we are working on the B2B market of the GPS monitoring and such services. We believe that our strong side in the CZAP is that we're focused on the communities. We're focused on building these new bridges where everyone can share the data that they want with the businesses, and we can easily bring new mobility service to the market. Here are some countries that CZAP is already being driven in. So we have 11 countries, I think even more right now, that are driving using the CZAP. And we have a lot of interest from other different countries, so we're kind of spreading worldwide. And right now we have about 160,000 kilometers driven with CZAP. A few milestones. So we launched a little less than a year ago, and since then we're working with commercialization reactor, which we're very happy to see here. We are ready with the whole product, with the app, and right now we're scaling and we're looking for opportunities to actually go big, right? Right now we're looking for investment. We are going to use it to build the community, the initial community, and connect as many partners that as we can to the CZAP as a franchise. This is our goal. We want to become biggest IoT community for the vehicles and bring new mobility services to the market. Our team, as I said, we work for a very long time in the field of transportation or vehicle telematics, and we believe that our competence allows us to build this product, and we know what the customer wants. So, jump together with us on this train. Any questions?
Thank you.
On what kind of network does it work?
It's mobile, free or 4G.
So does it use a car battery to function?
Yeah, basically anything with the converter. So in the cars there is a special diagnostics port And for example, on the boulder motorcycle, there's the accumulator, right?
Just a quick question. So I noticed in your competition slide you didn't mention comma earlier. Are you familiar with George Hawks's Panda's OBD2? It's exact same dongle.
It's the, yeah, I mean, there are a few products there, like on the competition slide, I think we had, for example, Harman, which is, I think, Samsung company. And yeah, they kind of provide the device, and you can even buy the device on the AliExpress. So the device is not something new, right? It's something that we just use. We believe our difference is in the software, is in the way how we process the data, in the way how we can predict stuff based on this data, like the algorithms, and most importantly, it's how we position it. So we try to build it around the community. We try to build it as a open data which everyone can use. Right?
And this community, what will be this community? Why would somebody want to join? Like compare how much you have driven, or why you think people come together?
Yeah, so the community is one of the cases that we want to build right now, and which we think is easy to scale. So right now we work with Harley Davidson, so with the Harley owner group actually. So these are the guys who are very passionate about what they own. They all ride the motorcycles, right? It's very interesting. It's kind of like a big toy for them, right? And right now it's kind of no way for them to, for example, share the ride, or if someone gets in trouble, it's kind of hard to explain to other guys, like, please help me, right? I mean, it would be nice if they can just see, okay, some other fellow motorcycle got in trouble, so I can come and help him, right? There are a lot of like different places where they go and gather and things like that, right? So, of course, they can do it with the phones, for example. They can, I don't know, create a chat in WhatsApp or something like this. But actual access to the data of the motorcycle gives a lot more opportunities. So you know exact location. You can kind of like detect if something real bad happened. For example, that you got crashed, right? So maybe you don't even have access to the phone or cannot reach the phone. So it's all automatic. If they leave the bike, for example, and someone tries to tow it away or steal it, right, you get instant notification. So there are a lot of things that SysUp can bring as a part of the community. And we think that if we can scale it with the Harley Davidson, then we can go to, I don't know, whatever, like Subaru community or whatever is there, right? So we think the community is what makes it interesting or appealing to the customer.
So, however, like most of the hardware and solutions that are available at the market right now is against theft, as I understand, but you're not focusing on theft.
I mean, this is one of the cases, but yeah, we're not.
Yeah, but you said, but you're basically using the port in the car, and the port is quite noticeable. I guess you just kind of take it out and that's it, right? I mean, most of the GPS hardware and everything else, they work really, really hard just not to detect the hardware itself, and then it's, I mean, it kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah, well, most of this hardware, yeah, it's focused on the security, let's say. So for us, security is, okay, this is one of the functions, let's say, and you can detect if someone plugs it out, you get a notification, or someone tries to like reduce the signal, right? So like the device can detect it as well, but we're not positioning ourselves as an alarm system, right? Mm-hmm. So I mean, this is one of the cases, I guess. But I mean, for me, for example, it's more interesting if someone just hit my car on the parking, right? So I can detect it, get a notification on the phone, right? For me, it would be more interesting than if someone would, try to steal my car, because if someone would try to steal the car, they will probably do it anyways, whatever the device is there.
Thank you.
Any more questions can answer after the session? Thank you. The next presentation will be from Project Correcti.
Hello everyone, my name is Natalia, and today we will talk about a very physical product, and we will talk about such a problem as human posture, yeah, because it's a very important nowadays problem because we are using a lot of gadgets. We are sitting in front of a computer in the office all the day with the shoulders in front and writing, sitting with the phones. And usually when I'm starting to talk about the posture, yeah, everyone is starting to sit like shoulders back. And actually it's a problem for almost for everyone, yeah. And research just proved that in years of 45, almost half of people have posture problems, yeah. It's not about just back pain, yeah, and discomfort. It's also about psychological feelings, yeah, because the good posture helps us also to make a better career, yeah. The person with a good posture is more visible and the society looks on him from the other side. And what are the solutions nowadays, yeah, for the postures, yeah? There are different principles how to improve the posture, yeah? First, we can physically fix our shoulders, yeah, with the special correctors, or we can go to the gym every day, or from my experience, it was 6 times a week, individually, with a lot of money. And also we can train the memory of our muscles, yeah? And the two last are the best for the posture correction, yeah? Because as more we fix our shoulders and other parts of our body with special corsets, as weaker our muscles become, yeah? And doctors also suggest to wear special devices just few hours a day, yeah? But usually not more than 1 hour, yeah? Other solutions are based on compression underwear principles, which is not comfortable to wear all the time, yeah? So what we are offering, yeah? We have created it's our doctor's T-shirt, which is looks like a usual T-shirt, like it's on me, which helps us to improve our muscles memory. With a special jersey, it helps us to move our shoulders back when we are moving them forward. Yeah, we have a special scheme inside, which sticks to the special structure. Yeah, like here. Yeah, I don't know. I hope you are not seeing it very good, yeah? So, yeah, it helps me to remember that I should to hold my back straight, and also, yeah, it's made on a special material, so it's have very good hygienic specifics, so, yeah, I can wear it every day. We have a classical business model, yeah, business to client. We are planning to sell our products through the social networks, through internet shops, also special shops, and through the doctors and physiotherapists to their clients, not the patients, but the clients, yeah, who don't have really medical problems. Yeah, our team now consists of we're 2 girls. Me, Natalia, yeah, I'm responsible for product development. I'm a student of Riga Technical University of program Material Technology and Design, of textile design, and also I have an executive MBA degree from the Stockholm School of Economics. And my partner, Ekaterina, she is responsible for sales, for finances, and yeah, she's a student of finances of Latvian University. Our aim is to sell more than 1,500 t-shirts in the first year, and to grow to quite big company, and in 4 years to sell more than 12,500 t-shirts. And also we want to be socially responsible for our employees, responsible for our state, and also we are a social enterprise officially. Yeah. So yeah, we are helping to motivate women with a health problem to get education and run real projects. Yeah, and what is our aim, what we are looking for? We are looking for investment for product testing and sales testing. Yeah, for the materials, packing, sewing, we're not planning to sew by ourselves, but first of all, we are planning first years to sew with our partner outsourcing in Ogre in Latvia. Also, it's important for us to produce in Latvia to give a job for Latvians. Also to develop sales materials and to develop marketing campaign for the first year, for the first stage of sales. Yes, thank you. Any questions?
Thank you.
How much will it cost?
Now it's approximately 80 euros. The competitive products cost 145 euros. It's like closest similar product, yeah, but usually 99 euros with a compressive underwear principle.
And what is the manufacturing price?
Manufacturing price is now it's 17.5 euros, but it's such a specific sphere that we need to produce the first 100 to see how it will be real price, yeah, because it's a specific product. It's not like a fashion product, it's a technical product, so we need to do it first and then we'll see the real price.
How many you have made, and have you had already some feedback from some people wearing and trying it?
Yes, as I told, the product is made also with the doctors. Yeah, the principle is approved by the doctors. Yeah, of working it. So we have prototypes, and we are looking for the first 100 t-shirts, 150 t-shirts to test the product in Latvia, because we can get feedback from the customers, yeah, about how they feel, how they, what they want to improve, yeah, how do they feel, because it's not a magic, yeah, you can't wear this product, yeah, and your posture will not become good in a day, in a week, yeah, it's a long process, yeah, so yes, we are looking also for first investments also for this tests, but still like customers' feelings, experience, yeah.
But for now, only you yourself have tried it. And,
yeah, and also it's made with the doctors. The principle is proved. Yeah, the principle is proved.
Do you have some intellectual property?
Yeah, I understand. We are planning. We are in connection of our this patent organization. Yeah, how to protect this product in a better way, to have a patent or design product, what would be the better, because also when we were developing it, we were working with them to find the patents of other products, yeah, not to cross. So yes, we will talk with them and protect it in a way which will be the most useful and not the cheapest, but the better way how to protect.
Okay, thank you. The more questions can I ask you after this investment session. And now, Jeff. Three minutes is yours.
Okay, thank you. So, sounds okay, yeah? Let's go. So, hi everyone, I'm Tom, and today I'm here to introduce you to Jeff, matchmaker for people and loans, or basically Tinder for loans. So, before we go back to Jeff, let's talk about the borrowing process. Essentially, the process is broken. Let's look around the room. Everyone here interacts with each other nowadays through messenger apps and in the form of chat. But obtaining access to money, applying for a loan, still happens in the old school way. It happens through emails, it happens through filling out long, exhausting forms and essentially resubmitting the same information again and again. From the lender point of view, one of the key challenges nowadays is tackling the customer acquisition. Paid digital channels are amongst the most expensive ones, and they provide poorest quality of clients. But if we look at emerging markets, the situation is even more severe. More than 1.6 billion people simply cannot access money just because they lack old school traditional banking data, which in turn means hundreds of billions of euros lost every year for banks. So here you can see a pure example why alternative credit scoring is a dire necessity in emerging regions. So, getting back to Jeff, a personalized loan broker that matches borrowers and lenders while doing it in a personal way and utilizing alternative data. For the borrowers, we put in front the single best option for those who have the luxury of choice, and we provide access to financing for those who did not have such luxury before. And all this is of course done in a seamless, personalized way. In turn, for banks and the lenders, we enable a new share of clients, which in turn means increased revenue and essentially improved performance of the clients obtained through Jeff app. So how it works? As clients start using the application, providing data and information, we are able to build and gradually improve their alternative credit score. In turn, personalized loan offers are presented to the client one by one, and in the long run, as clients keep using Jeff app, they enable additional services for themselves, such as mortgage loans, insurance products, telecommunication offers, and more. We are focusing on 4 key blocks while building Jeff app, which is personalization, and alternative data, gamification, and seamless instant data exchange. So here's a quick glimpse of what we have been working on over the last few months and what is coming to the market this summer already. So as you see, it's done in a completely personalized way, removing the friction of getting the borrower confused and presenting the single best option to the client. So about the business model, Jeff starts out as a lead generator, delivering clients to banks and lenders and getting paid through affiliate commission. Over time, as we are able to add the alternative credit score, we can raise the commission fee. In the long run, as each market hits a certain traction point, we can enable Jeff database for banks to consult and pay per each query. And as mentioned already before, over time, we are also able to offer services beyond finance. So the opportunity is enormous. In 15 target markets, consumer lending exceeds $1 trillion every year. With brokerage standing at 5% of that, our goal of hitting $17 million in revenue in year 5 is very conservative. Is the timing right now? Apart from what we showed before, some market cases validated as more and more companies that are essentially not in the financial field are entering it and utilizing alternative data to expand into lending. So from competition point of view, we are full on mobile, and we believe this is the best way to go, as it enables us to be personal. It enables us to gather a variety of the alternative data points, as well as improve client retention and client experience. We are able to provide the best takeaway for the clients, as well as deliver value for the lenders comparing to other solutions out there in the market. So who will get it done? We are a team of 5 at the moment, and we have spent last several years outside of Latvia, mostly working in the field of lending and fintech. And yeah, we essentially met in the university several years ago. And now, getting back home, we got together and understood that the opportunity is right and the time is right. And yeah, we've been working on the idea for the last several months. So we have been bootstrapping the project so far and funding it with our own money, and we are of course doing the same thing at the moment. And in order to take the next step and accelerate and get the first 50,000 users and do injection in marketing and add a few more pairs of working hands, we are looking to raise around 200,000 euros. So yeah, happy to discuss afterwards the roadmap, milestones, and more detailed go-to-market strategy across each vertical. But for the time being, thank you for your attention, and yeah, happy to take your questions.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How do you identify your clients? Like, how do you make sure that I'm not taking the loan for, I don't know, Voldemars, for example? Like, how do you know that me is me, and what means of identification do you use?
Sure, yeah. So there's a number of layers how you can do that, and that's not only us, that's essentially any lending company. So you can do it through signing up through some alternative account. Of course, there's also option that you are a fraudulent Facebook user, but in most of the cases it's not the case. Then you ask the clients for either their ID documents or their bank account statement, like a printout. Of course, for all the risk is also evident in those cases, but market by market, the more of those different points you add, the more you can reduce it.
So basically, basically your business model is affiliate marketing, as I understand, right?
As we start out, yeah. The only difference from like a comparison site in the stage one would be that we do it in a personalized way. Like imagine now, you go to a comparison site, you see several options like credit cards, personal loans, mortgage loans, and you see the list. Here, what we do instead is we say, hi, I'm Jeff, your new friend to getting the best loan offer. You interact with me like you would interact with your cousin over WhatsApp, and you essentially provide the same information you would fill in the form. And based on that, we process information, we call different lender APIs, and in our engine, we understand, okay, for you, the lowest interest rate and best option is this one. So we put it in front of you. Let's say Citadel is giving you the single best deal. You don't like it? Just like in Tinder, you swipe left, you get the second best option.
Or your business model at the end is basically affiliate.
So
the clients are paying you for...
the banks and lenders, yes.
Yeah.
This is exactly how we start out. But as I mentioned already, this is the proof of concept stage. That's the key pillar of our product. As we go into markets like Indonesia, Vietnam, Philippines, which we are also fairly familiar with. Our top expertise is Latvia and Spain because we just have spent last 4 years there in lending. But Southeast Asia, you don't have the luxury like here, credit bureaus, banking data. And what you have to do, you have to use the mobile device data, like what applications you have. Like one example, I'm signing up for a loan, I'm saying I use Swedbank. I can check if you have Swedbank mobile app on your phone. If you don't have it, you're most likely a fraudster, and I reject you right away. So all these things in emerging markets are, what you can get out of using the data of the phone and of the user's behavior. They go a long way in credit scoring. So
you can see here the example is the Citadel. You are just offering from the lender. The borrower see the best match from Citadel, for instance. What is next? He's dealing directly with Citadel, or the transaction and deal is being done through you.
Yeah, that's a very good question, and there is no single answer for that because that's not dependent from Jeff. That depends from every lender. There are some banks and some lenders that are very advanced, where you can go the whole way. The customer journey starts and ends in Jeff. There are some old school banks where you go through the first step, you click on the bottom, go to the landing page, and you still have to interact with the customer agent of Citadel or whatever have you. But our job here in the first place is to ensure that you really get the best deal, which is the cheapest and most convenient for you.
Does this type of intermediary business require some dedicated employees in the bank or financial institutions?
No, not really, because let's take an example of non-bank lenders that are most advanced. So what they have affiliate API, how they call it. You can see the settings that, okay, we want to issue loans to, let's say, only people that live in Riga, Jūrmala, and Ventspils. So essentially, all other applicants will be automatically rejected, and that you can simply reject by the postal code. And then they say, we only want to issue to people that have 500 euros and more of monthly income. And, with these automated steps, you can, that nothing's required.
Thank you. More questions can ask you after this session. Thank you. And the last presentation, Vitri. 3 minutes are yours.
Thank you. Are you tired?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm the last presenter, so bear with me. Hi, I'm Michael. My mission is to free the planet from litter and plastic pollution. Before, there were humans on Earth, there was no litter. So it's actually a man-made behavior problem. The literary solved this by turning litter into lottery tickets. If you had, like this, an unscratched, you haven't checked it, lottery ticket in your hand, and you happen to drop it on the ground, you notice, oh, I dropped it. What would you do? Would you leave it there? You haven't checked it? You would?
Pick it up.
Yeah, of course. So, if you approach our smart litter bins with your litter, it will recognize you by detecting your phone. It will also use computer vision to detect if you have sorted your litter correctly. If you did, you will get an e-lottery ticket, ding, in your phone, with a chance to win cash prizes. It can be 10 euros, can be millions. If you didn't sort correctly, it will help you get it right the next time. Thanks to our game-changing, incentive-based business model, cities that partner with the literary experience cleaner communities, lower costs, and happier citizens. We make money in annual contracts from cities. We do this by partnering with companies like Suez, a world-leading waste management company, to win municipal contracts for litter removal. These contracts can be worth dozens of millions over multiple years, and since our secret sauce decreases our operational cost, we get the citizens to clean the city themselves. We can be very competitive. Last week, I just came back from Paris. We have formed a consortium of key players to perform a sponsored pilot in France at the end of this year. We also got a letter of intent with Suez, the second largest waste management company in the world, to be our subcontractor in our tenders, enabling us to win contracts. The average contract for a 500,000 populated city is worth around 180 million euros in total contract value. And there are around 100 cities bigger than that in Europe alone. We target to win 2 contracts within the next 2 years, and after that, it can be easily scaled and replicated. Having myself founded and managed several companies within the real estate industry, I know it takes persistence to succeed. And sharing the same vision as our first pre-seed investor, NVAC, one of the most innovative players within the global waste collection industry, has enabled us to form a team with the necessary skill set, containing building viable companies, procurement, software and hardware development, as well as computer vision. We're currently raising 500K to perform or to fund our pilot. And these slides I sent yesterday. Today we have actually, I got news from one of our current investors, so we have already 200K committed, but I didn't have chance. It was more of a surprise. So, that's what we're doing, and if you're interested, please come talk to me. I'm Michael, CEO and founder of The Littery. When litter hits the bins, everybody wins. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll be happy to take your questions.
So has any city, I don't know, is there any kind of, how you say this?
Interest or
interest, exactly.
Yeah, from several. We're, as I told you, I came back from Paris last week, so we're going to do the pilot there. And there are actually 3, because one of our partners is a good question. One of our partners is CITEO, that's French, the French Extended Producer Responsibility Organization. Are you familiar what that is? an EPR organization. They are funded by the producers for every package on the French market. They have to pay a little, it's not a tax, but they have a turnover of 1.8 billion euros. So it's a big company, CTO. They are going to fund our pilot, but they work together with all the municipalities in France, 36,000 municipalities. And they have chosen 3 of their customers, 3 municipalities in Paris. We're just looking into which one we will choose for the, which fits the best. But all these 3 municipalities want to be test pilot. So of course we have interest. And then we have interest in other countries too, but we're in early stage, so we want to focus, do the pilot in one spot and then go from there. But the problem is everywhere, and Suez works all 5 continents, and they have really thoroughly checked our business model, and they think it works very great. It's adapted to how the market works. Is that okay for an answer?
Yes, yeah, for me it looks like a short-term marketing, basically a scheme, as you can say. On long term, I don't say.
I guess I must have totally short term. These contracts are normally for 6 years. Cities procure the business to clean up their cities. We're not selling hardware. We're selling hardware and software as a service. So this is not short term. We're changing the total way of how cities clean themselves. Today they hire contractors like Suez, who in their turn hire people, litter pickers. If you go around and ask your friends, young ones, teenagers, ask what they want to be when they grow up, I bet you they won't say litter pickers. So it's very hard for companies in the waste management industry to hire people, but they manage, and it's a very costly way of solving the problem. On average in Europe, just to pick up litter from the streets costs around 40 euros per citizen a year. So multiply that in like Riga, you get, I guess, four times.
Just for litter.
Yeah. Then we're all taxpayers. And we don't, I guess, we always complain about why do we have to pay so much tax? And we're paying 40 euros per citizen a year to pick up after ourselves. Is that? And then we have all the environmental problems. Yeah.
What's the price of that bin?
I can tell you the price, but the thing is we don't sell the bin. We sell the service. Yeah.
I understand that you don't sell, but it
it's
costs something to produce.
It's around 3,000 euros per bin. But of course, scaling and in the future when we grow, we will probably manufacture it. Not probably, we will manufacture it cheaper because of volume and maybe in China like that. Today it's manufactured here in Europe.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Let's drink tea and coffee together and talk to the projects. No, give me back. Yeah, I want it.
Thank you.
So the next investment session will be in 30 August in Innos Festival, so everybody are welcome there. So please enjoy the evening together with the projects and with the investors. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.